So now we're ready to add the beam systems. So the beam system will be the ones supporting the roof and the floor. So let's add the beam systems at the warehouse. So for this one, we want to be at the top of steel warehouse level. Okay, make sure you're not clicking the ceiling plans. Maybe close that and then select top of steel warehouse. Okay. And then go to structure. You'll see here beam system. Now BS is the shortcut key. For this, we would like to check the requirements. So we need to use MK series bar, joist rod. And yeah, you will need to use the load family tool from the insert tab. And why is that? Well, if you click the beam system and you don't see the type of beam here, well, actually it is right here. Okay, so make sure you don't get confused why you're not able to change the beam type right here under properties. For some reason, they placed it here. And we do have the MK series bar joist rod web 14K6, which is similar to what we need. But if you don't have that loaded, you can go to the insert tab, load the family. So go and select structural framing, steel, MK series bar joist web. There's a thumbnail view. Okay, open it and select the ones that you would like to use. So again, there's no specific specification here, right? So you can pretty much use any of this. You normally would want to check in with your structural engineer, but otherwise use any of this. So I'm just going to use the one that I've loaded. If you need to load one, you simply select. If you need to load more, hold down the control key and select. If you want to select a whole series, then you hold down the shift key. I'm just going to load this to here. Okay, and yep, now you have several choices. Okay? So yeah, why not use this? Okay, I think I'm good with that. And notice that you can actually hover, right, over the area. If you hover over this beam right here, the beam system will go in that direction. If you hover over this way, then the beam system will go in the other direction. There are times when you are not able to do this automatic system, right? So luckily we're able to do that now, but sometimes Revit is too, delicate, or maybe sometimes have some things that doesn't allow us to do the automatic system. But since it does, then we can simply click here and add our beam systems. So that's quick, right? Imagine drawing all of this, right? Modeling it in 3D. Okay. Now, for this area, you want to go to the top of steel office view, and likewise add a beam system using the same beam system. Okay. So we're at the roof area. So yeah, we can place some beams here. Zoom in a little bit and place those beams. And then you want to go to the second floor. Now here, you want to have an opening in this area. This will be our lobby. So we're not going to place a beam system in this area. So again, beam system. See, notice it's not allowing us to, right, for this level, it's not allowing us to add the beam system automatically. In this case, I'm just going to pick the support, okay, or you can draw the lines. So I'm just going to maybe pick the support. I think the reason why it's not allowing us is because our support is lowered by so much, right? So it's not really detecting our support system except for this one here, right? So what do we do? Well, what we can do is we can cancel here first, save when prompted, and then maybe look at, okay, we're at the second floor, maybe check, right, our visibility, no, not visibility, view range, our view range. So yeah, without selecting anything, look at the view range, right? So currently we're actually cutting at the second floor level and we're able to look down. So we're actually seeing it, but unfortunately, yeah, we can see up to the bottom. But unfortunately, when we do a beam system, right? Okay, now it's allowing us to select. Now, but you don't want to select, oh, that's the grid that we're selecting. Okay. We did put beams here, right? So yeah, unfortunately, it's not showing. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to create a rectangle. Okay, so create a rectangle. Now, where you have that double line shows you where the direction of the beam system will be. So you want to click on beam direction and select this line so that the beams will go this way. Okay, so, and then click OK. Now, you might want to check the 3D view for this. So, yeah, it looks like it went, it's floating, right? We forgot to lower it. We forgot to lower it. So, yep, if you remember, we lowered it by 190, right? So, maybe we can select this and likewise see if we can lower it. So elevation from 0, let's say, let's type negative 190 and see what happens. There you go. So it's right on the beam now. Another way you can see if everything is looking good is if you go to the view, second floor, and then cut a section, or maybe just simply extend this section line and view it. Okay, so you might need to expand this. There it is. Yep. So notice that it is right on top of the beam that we lowered, and now it is also aligned to the beam parallel to it. So that's how it should look like. Now, if you don't see a view, or it's not giving you detail like this, then make sure you go and select a fine detail. See, if you have a coarse detail, you'll only see that much. Medium and fine works well. Okay, so let's go back to the second floor, top of concrete. And this time, when we add the beam system, we want to lower this by -190. So lower this by -190. Okay, and we're going to use a rectangle. This time, we're going to start here, right? And okay, the direction is going there. Somehow it likes to go there. So we're going to bring it to the support, which is the load-bearing wall. And again, click on the beam direction and click this line so that the beams or the joist will go in this direction. Okay, so you might want to, again, maybe close this, right? Maybe even close this and type, while the 3D view is your second floor is open, type WT and see what's happening as you are creating, right? So looking good. That's looking good. So we did this. We're now going to do this area right here. So structure, beam system, and just going to try to zoom in, making sure you select the correct midpoint in this case. And then we're just going to select this. And again, select the beam direction and click OK. There it is. Looks good. And we want to do it again here. So we did this. Now we're going to do this area. So structure, beam system, zoom in. See, make sure you zoom in. Oops. Use a rectangle. Zoom in. And click on the beam direction. Change the beam direction. Click OK. Okay, so we're good. Next, we want to, we're not going to place the beam system here. We're going to continue in this area. Structure, beam system. Okay, rectangle, zoom in. And in this case, I need to go up to this area, right? Where the support is. Okay, and then, yep, beam direction. And by the way, you can set the distance, right? So here we have a fixed distance of 1828.8. So you can definitely change that. So we also have here fixed distance. You can also say clear spacing or maximum spacing or fixed number. How many do you need, right? So that's for the layout rule. So we're just using the default for now. Okay, click OK. And I think we're good. Yeah, looks good. Then we go and place beam systems on these three areas. So structure, beam system, rectangle, zoom in. And then select that. Beam direction. Okay. Do it again. Structure, beam system, rectangle. Here. Zoom out. Okay. Zoom in. Okay. Don't forget the beam direction. And click OK. And then lastly, we'll do this one. Rectangle. Okay. Here, I think we can go here, right? Let's see how that works. And beam direction, and click OK. Okay, so let's see how that worked. Yeah, I think we're good, right? We have one last beam. Did you have a beam system there? Oh, yep, we did. Oh no, that's from the up part. So nothing here. Yeah. Okay. We have one last beam system right there. Okay. Again, planning is very important. So that you don't maybe block your curtain wall. So those are the things that you might need to consider. Maybe you want a nice covering here that you can do through mullions, or maybe you can do something else in terms of design. But of course, there are limitations in the structural system. Okay, so let's close this and look at it in our 3D view. And that's what we have so far. Okay,